the last 35 years just went by really fast. And the fruit
Yeah.
now, right? We spend most of our lives in the sowing, we're just sowing, sowing, sowing. It feels like it. And then all of a sudden you start to reap. And Jay and I are definitely in a season of reaping right now. And it's a lot of fun just to see our kids grown up and walking with the Lord. And it's good.
Yeah. And sometimes it's really hard as we're planting those seeds. And
oh man.
And I know from knowing your family, it's, one of the things I hate about podcasting, social media, all the things is that people seem to think like, oh, all those other people have it together and their families are all perfect and they don't mess up as parents. Their kids are perfect. They're well behaved. They're all the things. And we have this fantasy that everyone else is doing it right. And we're somehow doing it wrong. And then that's when the enemy comes in and he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And he wants to destroy us by helping us, making us think, well, you're not good enough. You're not doing it right. Your family is not as good as the St. John family or as good as the Hampton family or whoever your neighbor might be. And then we get discouraged. And that's when we want to throw up our hands and give up. And so that's a really difficult thing.
Comparison is a thief of contentment, right?
No kidding.
It steals your joy. And honestly, I think you and I have talked about this before, but even for someone like me, people can look at our family and think, oh, they've achieved a fair amount of whatever success, whatever you want to call that. I guarantee you there's always somebody that I'm looking at who I think, oh, they're doing it better than me. Or I have this, these moments where I just feel like I'm a terrible mother or gosh, I wish I hadn't said that on the podcast. Or, I think when we start looking at ourselves, hopefully through the lens of scripture and just start again, say, Father, let me just do what you've called me to do in my life. So that the success that I find is the success that comes from knowing that I'm pleasing you in my life.